So this is 17,000. This is the 5,329th anniversary appearance of Radha Kund. Jai Radha Kund Dham Ki Jai. Radha Kund Arvati Ki Jai. So Sri Jiva Goswami Pad has established in the Srimad Bhagavatam commentary, 10th canto, chapter 45, verse number 3, that Krishna killed Aristasura and Chaitra Purnima during Chitra Nakshatra, which is right now. Boom. So, at midnight. Hasta Nakshatra started the day, it ended at 6:41 p.m. From 6:41 p.m. until 9 o'clock tomorrow is Hasta Nakshatra. So this is the time and the place and the day. And Kartik Balashtami, Krishna Astami, is the day Lord Chaitanya discovered the location of Radha Kund Shamakund. We'll hear about that also. So to start off with, we'll read from Raghunath Das Goswami's Savavali, Volume 1. No, what's it? 1. And the commentary of Mahanidhi Das Babaji, he talks, it's the commentary on Radha Kundastakam, which is by Raghunath Das Goswami, and he describes the appearance of Radha Kund. So we'll hear about that. We don't have extension cords nowadays. Okay, whatever. This is from a commentary from Bhagavatam, quoting from some Purana by Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, 10th canto, chapter 36, verse 15. You can see in Sarta Darshini, it's extensively described there. So there's 20 verses from Padma Purana to describe a humorous pastime surrounding the advent of Radha Kund and Shamakund. It's amazing. This demon was sent by Kamsa to kill Krishna. It came at night, about 10 o'clock. It came, Vishnu Purana said he came at Arda Pradosh. What time is Arda Pradosh?
Half 8:48 to
Pradosh Yama is from 8:48 p.m. or 8:24 p.m. until 10:48 p.m. So what's halfway between that?
9:30.
10 o'clock. So which one of you is Ristasura? Is it you? You? Looks like a white Ristasura. But he was black. So who's the blackest guy here? He gets the Ristasura award. So about 9:30, 10 o'clock at night, right now. Want to go see him? Go over to Radha Kund. I wouldn't advise it. He's pretty tough. So this Rishi came in the form of a bull. He was a mystic yogi, human being, but he disguised himself as a bull because he could move around here and there and no one bothered because the bulls are going up crazy. You even say you walk anywhere around Vrindavan, you find some bull bullying somebody. Bulls are always being bulls. And instead they're doing nothing, you know. like most people in general. The bull market, right? Stock market. So then when Krishna met Radharani, she had some heavy news for him. She said, "No go, no show, Joe." He said, "You killed a bull, that's Gohatya. You have to become purified, do some prayashchitta, atonement, by bathing in all the sacred rivers of Bharat to get purification, get the qualification to touch us girls again. But we don't mess around with dirty guys. You killed a bull, we don't want to touch you. What kind of coward man are you?" So Krishna said, "What are you talking about?" So Krishna's a little angry. When you're angry, what do? You either slap or kick, or shout, or cry? Or both, all of the above? So, what do? We kick the ground with his foot. Which foot? This is a very tricky question. Which foot?
Right foot.
I'll give you a choice. There's three answers. Pass on. Left foot,
Right foot. Both.
left foot, right foot, or middle foot. So which foot was it?
Left foot.
Frederica, hello. Good morning. Chicago. Which foot was it?
Right.
Wrong. It's left foot. If you want to know Hindi, we say, Baya Pada, Baya Sharon. Okay, watch out for that foot. What did Krishna do with his left foot? Kick the ground. Okay, kill you, watch out. Kick you out of Vrindavan. They. Don't try to sneak it real quiet. We call you. Offenders, dindocs. No, mendocs, excuse me. Mendoc means frog, no? Are you dindocs or mendocs? The way you walk in, you look like mendocs. They're offensive mendocs. Red dog means frog. Dead dog means upright. They crawl in real low like a frog. Okay, what are we talking about?
Krishna kicking with left foot.
No.
Mandak.
We're talking about the appearance of Radha Kund.
Oh.
Wake up, guys. We'll be distracted. So Radharani told Krishna to take a bath in the holy rivers because he killed a bull named Arista. One guy here is Arista. No, you try to figure out this. So we'll take care of it later. So all the rivers came and made Shamakund, and then I can't see what I'm reading here. And then so Radharani didn't believe Krishna as usual. Yeah, you're saying all the sacred rivers entered here, but we don't see anything but water. How do we know they're sacred? How do you know you just didn't get some water from wherever, some well or something? What's your proof they're sacred? And then Krishna called it, you listen, you guys, show you who you are. So then the sacred rivers, one by one, you see a cartoon also, it looks really cool. All these babies come flying out of the water. I am Saraswati. I am Ganga. I am Kaveri. I am Gomati. I am Ganga. I am Pato Ganga. You see it, a little Krishna movie or whatever, what is it called? Little Krishna cartoon. I watch it all the time. That's how my mother keeps me from crying. I would see little Krishna, I cry. So the sacred rivers came out one by one and said, I am Ganga, I am Yamuna, I am Kaveri,
I'm Saraswati.
I am Saraswati, I am Narmada,
I'm Godavari.
I'm Godavari, I'm tired. That's not a river, that's called a river of sleep, dream river. So then he said, that Krishna joked with the gopis. He said, look, I did a lot of good stuff over here. I've got all these secret rivers here. You guys haven't done nothing. What do you do? You just walk around with pots on your head, you know. I did this great thing here. I made Shaman Kund. So I said, what God? So here he's choking challenges. Radharani wanted to reveal another beautiful Kund. So she saw a hole in the ground created by what? A meteor? A firecracker? Or what's the third choice? What?
Hoofs of Aristasura.
You're right. Which hoof? You don't know? It's not told. It was a big one. Right, took a little edge from the big hoof print. And that, where is that Kund located, that hoof print located? West side of Shaman Kund.
Which side? It is on south side.
West side.
West side.
This is east.
Yeah,
This is west. Just for clarification. So, okay. So, how did she dig it out?
With her bandit, Kanga.
Her bangles. So, what do they call Radha Kund in Hindi? The Hindi sign on the Kund says what?
Sri Kund. Kangan Kund.
Kangan Kund. Kangan means, anybody got them? Anybody married here?
Any Kangans?
You're all married, but you don't wear any bangles. Okay, good deal here. Very religious, dharmic people here. High-end dharmic people. You can't say you can't afford gold bangles. Your husband's BMW says something else. Anybody got a bangle on around here? Okay, there's one real dharmic person here. And these other guys from Arista Syrup Harmborough. The sky says dharmic putneys, or the Ristaris. It's not a star either. The Ristaris Nakshatra. Okay, let's get on what's going on here. So how many minutes did it take Radharani to make her Kund? It's told in Vishnu's commentary. In Sanskrit. Ek Muhurta. How long is that?
24 minutes.
48 minutes.
What's she say?
48 minutes.
2 dandas.
48.
Yeah, 48 minutes.
How long is a danda?
24 minutes.
How long is 2 dandas?
48.
So 2 dandas equals what?
One more.
What's Muhurta?
48.
48 minutes. So what did Radharani do in 48 minutes?
Dig the head.
That's some fast-moving bangles. But how many gopis are digging?
Maybe.
3 million. So that's a lot of dirt. 3 million gopis. And they each have 2 bangles, 1 bangle each hand. So 3 million times 2, 6 million bangles were digging out the Radha Kund. Wow. That's amazing. When was it completed? When was it finished? 11:59. 12 o'clock. Right. Okay. So then Krishna said, where are you going to get water from? And Krishna offered water for Shamakund, and Radharani flatly
Refuse.
refused. No way, Jack. Or are you shocked? No way, shocked. Krishna's not getting much success with Radharani. She's not too appreciative of his ideas. Because now the water of Shamakund was contaminated with Gohatya. So she didn't want her Radha Kund to become dirty. So she went with the Sakhis to bring Mahasa Ganga to fill up her Kund. Then Krishna indicated all the holy rivers in Shamakund should come out and pray to Radharani. So they all prayed to Radharani to let them do seva. They offered obeisance to Radharani, and she was satisfied and gave them permission to enter her Kund. And then there was a wall between, the wall of Shamakund got broken, became the Sangam, and the two Kunds joined. So in this Kund, Radha Kund, Radha and Krishna eternally play their water sports. Why is Radha Kund more glorious than Shamakund? It's a question. What's the answer?
Because it is dear to Krishna.
That's true, but it's not the answer.
Because Radharani is supreme.
Can't argue that, but it's not the answer.
Krishna said it will be more famous.
What?
Krishna said.
What did he say?
Krishna said that it will be more glorious.
Right. Because Krishna bathed in Radha Kund. First he bathed in Shamakund, then he bathed in Radha Kund. He said, I declare two things, Krishna said. One thing, Radharani, your Kund will become more famous than mine in the future. Look at all the maps, look at all the road signs, what do they say?
Radha Kund.
4 kilometers to
Radha Kund.
no Shamakund. Like people say, I live in Shamakund. What's that? Where's that? It's next to Radha Kund. I never heard of Shamakund. I've been here since 1994 in this village. Living in Gopal Mandir for 10 years, I moved over here. And they never, Deepavali time, there was never any ghee lamps around Radha Kund or Shamakund. And then somewhere around, 15, 20 years ago, they started offering on Deepavali, no fan, let's see a mosquito, it's too much cold. Then Deepavali, some 10, 15 years ago, they started offering ghee lamps to Radha Kund. Not one ghee lamp to Shamakund. 4 sides of Radha Kund ghee lamps, thousands, not one Shamakund. Well, for many years. And somewhere along the line, someone felt sorry for Sham. So they put 1 or 2 lights at Shamakund side. Then gradually they caught on, well, Krishna means something, Krishna lives count. They say black lives count, these lives. So Krishna lives count. So they started putting ghee lamps on Shamakund. You must have seen. But I've seen many years. There's nothing to show. I asked Rishwasi, why aren't you putting ghee lamps on Shamakund? It's Radha Kund. And they always tell me, the Pandits say, listen, this is Radha Kund. Radharani is the supreme powerhouse. It's the only English they know. They don't know English, they don't know Hindi. They say, Radharani is the supreme powerhouse. We don't need Krishna. So, all the Pandits, they work at Radha Kund, they don't work at Shamakund. So this is a very interesting idea. So, when Krishna bathed in Radha Kund and said that, then Radharani to show her acceptance of Krishna, she went and bathed in the dirty water of Shamakund. Because she just said 10 minutes before that, I'm not taking any water from Shamakund. I'll get you my own water from Asiganga. Your water is contaminated with Gohatya, pop, sin of Gohatya. So now, after she agreed to fill her kund with water to prove her acceptance of Krishna and to establish the fame of Krishna, Radharani bathed in Shamakund, and she said something special. What did she say?
Shyam Kund is more dear to me.
No. Anyone who bathes in Shamakund will attain the same love I have for Krishna. And Krishna heard that and said, oh yeah? Anyone who bathes in Radha Kund will have the same love that I have for you. So what do we do?
Bathe in both.
Yeah, you can bathe in both or bathe in one because they mix. They mix. The water is always the same level. That's the only time you see Radha and Krishna equal. The only place in the universe where you find Radha and Krishna equal is where?
Radha Kund, Shyam.
Otherwise, who's bigger?
Krishna.
Who's taller?
Krishna.
Radharani. Who's bigger? Radharani. Who wins the fights? Radharani. Who defeats Krishna? Radharani. Jai Jai Shri Radhe. We just came from Bandiravan yesterday. Bandiravan, there was a wrestling match. Who won? Radharani. Wrestling is a famous sport in Braj Mandal for boys. Radharani turned the tables on Krishna. Bandiravan. The first in the history of Braj Mandal, the first woman's entry to the Wrestling Olympics. And Radharani whipped Krishna's butt. she in a picture of hay there, Bandiravan. Radharani looks so ferocious. She's like smashing Krishna. Krishna's down like this. He's down like this. Right, like raise him on the head, bow on his head. It's so cool. One of the mantras always want to see.
Radharani defeating Krishna.
No.
Krishna touching feet of Radha.
They want to see Krishna's face smeared with the black dye on Radharani's feet. That's what the Pujari told us at Mansarovar yesterday.
Yeah, yes.
Remember? The mantras want to see Krishna's face smeared with the red black dye from the bottom of Radharani's feet. And she's in Man at Mansarovar. She's in an angry, jealous mood, rejecting contrary mood towards Krishna. And Krishna comes there and says, oh, this and that, this and that. Falls at her feet, starts crying, and puts his head, face like this, on this foot and that foot, and she just ignoring him. And then he gets red spot here, red spot here, red spot here. It looks so cute. Imagine you put lipstick on your cheek, on your forehead, on your chin. It look really like a clown. So in Mansarovar, Krishna looks like a clown. The Babaji's clap for joy. So this is a great pastime I heard yesterday. Yesterday, right? So let's hear a little more about Radha Kund. I think that's enough for this book. Down the corner. Now, we hear from Chaitanya Charitamrita about Lord Chaitanya coming here because, as I mentioned earlier in the beginning of the class, Jiva Goswami reveals in 10th Canto Bhagavatam, chapter 45, verse number 3, in Sanskrit. It says in Chaitra Purnima, during Chitra Nakshatra, which is also confirmed in Gopal Champal by Jiva Goswami, first part, chapter 38 or 36, something like that. Having during Chitra Nakshatra, which means tonight is Chitra Nakshatra, and Chaitanya Purnima, Krishna killed Aristasura and made Shamaka and Radha Kund. That's what we're celebrating. But Lord Chaitanya discovered the place, location of Radha Kund, Shamaka, and Kartik Balalastami. So that's why a lot of Gaudiyas come and bathe that day. So that discovery is described in Chaitanya Charitamrita, Madhya chapter 18, being 10, 12 verses. So I'll read those so we can see it. It's going to be interesting. So, Lord Chaitanya was touring Braj Mandal, and what year was it? 1510, I think. How old was he when he took sannyas? 24. I think it was 1510. It was 24, 1510, right?
Yes, good.
1486. It was like 1510 or 11, he came to Braj Mandal. He stayed here for about 4 months. So, during Kartik, he was walking all around Braj Mandal, and he came around Gaurang Prikwa. Then he came to this village, and he was dancing in ecstasy. And it was like, he was in ecstasy, and he came to external consciousness when he came to this village. And then he was asking people, this village at the time was called Arit Gram. Arit means the shore of Aristasura. So he asked the Brajvasis living here, he said, where is Radha Kund? What did they say? We don't know. Pretty amazing. No one could tell him. And nobody knew where it was. But somehow Lord didn't understood, because it says, Tirtha Lupta Jani Prabhu Sarvagya Bhagavan. So Prabhu Mahaprabhu is Sarvagya Bhagavan. He is Bhagavan who knows everything. And Lupta Tirtha means hidden holy place. He knew it. Dui Danya Kshetre Obajali Kailastan. Lord Chaitanya knew that this was Radha Kund. There was a little bit of water there, but Lord Chaitanya took his bath in that little bit of water, which was in the middle of rice fields, or wheat, or some kind of fields. Deki Saba Gramya Loka Visvaya Haila Man Premi Prabhu Kari Radha Kundera Stavan. When the Kundavasis, let's say, Arid Gram Vasis, Vrishvasis saw Mahaprabhu taking a bath in the middle of the field, they thought they were astonished. They were Vismai. Vismai means, what does it mean, Vismai? Amazed or Vismai? Vismai? Anyone knows? Nobody knows. There's Shamakar, there's a Buddha, all these other words. It has a particular flavor or meaning, which I can't remember. Vismai, they were amazed or shocked. Like, what's this guy doing? It's like a mud puddle. You see some 7-foot guy jumping in a mud puddle, you're going to be Vismai. What's going on here? It's a mud puddle. There's all wheat and rice growing all around, little mud. He's in ecstasy. So they were amazed. And then Lord Chaitanya Maharaj started, Radha Kund Stavan, he started offering prayers. What prayers did he offer? They're right here. Savagopi Haite, Radha Krishna Prayasi, Taichi Radha Kunde Priyara Sarasi. All the gopis, Radharani is the dearmost. Krishna Prayasi means gopis. Gopi Haite. Savagopi Prayasi, the dearest of Krishna is Radharani. And similarly, Radha Kund is his dearest Radharani. Then he quotes a verse from Padma Puran, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in his prayers. Yata Radha Priya Vishnos Tasya Kundam Priyam Tata Sargo Vishnu Saivaikai Vishnu Adyanta Vallabha. Adyanta means extremely, Vallabha, extremely beloved. As Radharani is most dear to Krishna, Radha Kund is very dear also to Krishna. Of all the gopis, Radharani is the most beloved. So all the kundas, of all the bodies of water, of all the rivers, Radha Kund is the dearest beloved to Krishna. Ye kunde nitya Krishna, radhikara sange, jal jal keli kare, tire rasa range. Nice verse. In Radha Kund, Krishna and Radharani sport every day in the water, jal jal keli. They have rasa dance on the bank. Tire rasa range. So Rasa is right here, on the banks of Radha Kund. It's right in this kunj, actually. You see it? It's later. It's too early. Come back later. So then it says, Sekunde Yeka Barakari Snan Tanre Radha Sama Prema Krishna Kari Dan. Indeed, Krishna will give you ecstatic love just like Radharani, whoever bathes in Radha Kund even once in life. This is Lord Chaitanya's promise, Bhagavan's promise. Want some spray for mosquitoes? Yes, for mosquitoes. So, Ek bar kare snan, pretty simple. Ek bar kare snan. One time snan Radha Kund. Prema Krishna kare dan. Radha Sama Prem. Prem equal to Radharani. Radha Sama Prem. Krishna Kund bathing will get you that love. This is where I got the title. I have printed a book called Radha Kund Madhuri. I got it from this next verse. This is Madhuri chapter 18, verse 11. Kundara Madhuri Yena Radha Madhurima Kundara Mahima Yena Radha Mahima. The attraction of Radha Kund is so sweet, just like sweet Radharani. Similarly, the glories of Radha Kund are as great, the Mahima of Radha Kund is like the Mahima, the greatness of Radharani. Then he quotes pastime. This is interesting. Thursday night he quotes a pastime from Govinda Rita. The book wasn't even written yet. That's pretty cool. So the author of Govinda Rita is Sridas Kaviraj, and the author of Chaitanya Charitamrita is Krishnadas Kaviraj. So Krishnadas Kaviraj is inserting one of his own verses and saying the Lord Chaitanya over his prayer. It's in quotation marks also. So how does that work? It means that the essence of this same prayer first was revealed in the heart of Krishnadas Kaviraj, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and later it was revealed in the heart of Krishnadas Kaviraj. We wrote the Govinda Lilamrita. Or he wrote it before. Actually, Govinda Lilamrita was written before Chaitanya Charitamrita. Anyway, those are the so because quoting a list of prayers. So then the next verse 13. Mahaprabhu offered prayers to Radha Kund, overwhelmed with ecstatic love. Lord Chaitanya danced on the bank, remembered the pastimes of Krishna at Radha Kund. What time is it now?
10:36.
10:36, okay. What did Lord Chaitanya do after that?
He asked everyone to dig.
After you bathe, what do you do? Get dressed. After you bathe, you put on tilak. So you put on tilak. What kind of tilak?
Radha Kund.
That's what it says. Kundir Mritika Lana Tilak Karila. That's pretty easy to understand. He took the clay from Radha Kund and put on tilak. Then he took a big chunk of it and carried it with him. Took it back to Noida. Or wherever. Okay, can't see too good here, but anyway. From Radha Kund, Lord Chaitanya went to Kusum Sarovara. Because he was on Gauranga Prika on his way around, and so he saw a few. And he was overwhelmed with joy when he saw Gauranga Hill. That's another reading. Well, read that and Karti, Gauranga Puja. Now, we're about to end the class. A little early, anyway, we have kirtan. Because I was informed we have a great kirtaneer here. His agent from England called me. His agent is in London. And also this performer has an apartment in the agent's housing complex. And I was told by the agent, this person, her client, is a great kirtaneer, famous all over Northeast. Northeast, I don't know what Northeast, but Northeast. So we may be blessed to hear his cuckoo-like voice. Let's see what happens. Okay, let's see what we got here. Who is that mystery guest? We don't know. We may find out. You have a vast booking. Your agent booked you. So when we saw the star enter the stage, we got excited. I wanted to get his signature when I was trapped over here. That's cool, man. Okay, this is Rajavila Stava, which is part of Stavavali, by Raghunath Das Goswami. He writes an incredible verse which he got inspired by Upadeshamrita by Rupa Goswami. What does Rupa Goswami say about the significance and glories of Radha Kund?
3 verses he spoke.
One verse in particular I have in mind.
Vaikunta Janito Vara Madhupuri Tatra Prasotsa.
Sanskrit too, huh? Keep going.
Kundam Chas Mugravita Tadrige Vyadhai. Vaikunta Janito Vara Madhupuri Tatra Prasotsa. Sri Go.
Close. Anyway, he tells us the gist of the verse in English. You look it up and he tells us in English. The Rupa Goswami Pad says what about Radha Kund compared to other places?
Among the Vaikuntha, Madhupuri, Mathura is more glorious. And in Mathura, Vrindavan is more glorious. And apart from Vrindavan, Govardhan is more glorious. And in Govardhan, the Radha Kund is the most glorious place.
Right. What verse is it?
10.
Yeah, read the verse. Verse number 10. Upadeshamrita glorifies higher than this is that, and higher than the highest thing of all high things is Radha Kund.
वैकुण्ठाजनितो वरा मधुकरी तत्रापि रासोत्सवात् वृन्दारण्यमुदारपाणिरमणात् तत्रापि गोवर्धन राधाकुण्डमिहापि गोकुलपते प्रेमामृताप्लावनात् कुर्याद्यस्य विराजतो गिरितटे सेवां विवेकी न कः.
Very good, very nice. Thank you. So this, because basically Raghunath Das Goswami got all his inspiration for all his writing and books from Rupa Goswami. Because his Bhajan Shiksha Guru that enlightened him and inspired him in Manjari Bhav and Gopi Bhav is Rupa Goswami, Rupa Manjari. That's why we always say Rupa Raghunath. And when you read the books of Raghunath Das Goswami Savali, he has numerous repeatedly praised to Rupa Goswami, pranam prayers all throughout the Stavali. He has so many prayers to Rupa Goswami. He doesn't have prayers to Sanatana Goswami, maybe one or two or whatever. But of all the Goswamis, Raghunath Das is always glorifying Rupa. The Rupa is Rasacharya. Rupa is Rasacharya. And Raghunath Das is Prayojanacharya teaching Rag Bhakti and Manjari Bhava Upasana. But his guru for all of that is Rupa Goswami. So I wanted to point out that verse number 10 from Upada Samhita. Because Raghunath Das Goswami wrote his own version of that verse in Savali, called Savali poem section, called Brajvilastava, verse number 53. She can read the Sanskrit. I can't read it, can't see it hardly. She can read it.
श्रीवृन्दाविपिनं सुरम्यमपि तत् श्रीमान् स गोवर्धना सारासस्थलिकापल्यं रसमयी किन्तावदन्यस्थलं यस्याप्यं स लवेन नार्हति मनात् साम्यं मुकुन्दस्य तत् प्राणेभ्योऽप्यधिकप्रियैव दयितं तत्कुण्डमेवाश्रये.
Thank you. That's nice. So, why did Rupa Goswami establish in the Upada Samhita? What did he say? Just review.
Radha Kund is the topmost place.
Topmost of all topmost places. Higher by Kunda is Mathura. Higher Mathura is the 12 hours Vrindavan. Higher than the 12 hours Vrindavan is Gauranga. Higher and higher and higher and higher and higher. Higher. So what does Raghunath Das Goswami say? The forest of Vrindavan, Gauranga Hill, the Rasa dance, what to speak of all other places, don't equal even one single particle of one atom of Radha Kund. That's called Prabodhana Saraswati fanaticism. It is the fanaticism of Vrindavan Mahimamrita, fanaticism of Radha Rasanidhi. Not even one single particle of one atom. Not even a neutron. Gauranga Hills left not even a neutron compared to neutrino, whatever the hell they are. That's like take one hair and split it in 10,000 pieces. That's everything else compared to Radha Kund is like a hair split in 10,000 pieces. I love this verse, really great verse. What did he say? He says, Amsha Lavena na arhati manak samyam. Not even equal, even in a fraction of a particle. I made the last translation really good. Any other place not equal to even a single particle, one atom of Radha Kund. Actually, this is one of the favorite verses of Vedas. He has the whole book memorized. But when I met with him and had a discussion with him, 2013 and 14, we met many hours together at Radha Kund. And he quoted this verse all the time, every other day. He loved this verse so much. It really is like, I say the same because I stay in Govardhan, I say, okay, that's okay, but it's not one atom or one particle of the greatness of Radha. Who says that? Well, Rupa Goswami, Raghunath. Oh, okay. You're up against some stiff competition. Rupa Goswami said, so it's our pride, it's our fortune. Somehow or other, we have selected Radha Kund as our bhajan place. I can look at people's Facebooks. They're living in Split, and it says residence place, Radha Kund. You live in Split, I live in Split. And my Facebook says Split, Lithuania. Your Facebook says Radha Kund. Why is that? Well, because my heart is there. And your home is where
your heart is.
Your heart is. So this is the main thing. This is the thing. Split is split. Let's split this place. But so, this is a nice verse. I like this verse so much. Okay, let's see what else we have here. Actually, where's my page marker? Hey, Krishna. Radha Das says, this is, Mahanidhi Das Babaji rephrases this verse. What to speak of other places, even Vrindavan, Govardhan Hill, and Rasa dance don't equal a fraction of Radha Kund. For this Radha Kund is as dear to Mukunda as his heart's beloved Radharani. That's her repetition. Then he quotes that verse by Kuntanajanta. He goes there. Let me see, I have a couple more entries here from this glorious book. Hey, Govinda. Here's a question. Who does Indra like more? Radharani or Krishna? Who does Indra, you know Indra, King of Heaven, who does he like more, Radharani or Krishna?
Radharani.
What's the proof?
Because when he did this rain, he put, like Krishna stayed under Govardhan Hill for 7 days. That's Radharani.
No. Speculation.
Because it is raining.
The proof is, out of anger and frustration and envy, Indra poured rain on the Brijvasis that go around there to drown them and drown all the cows and kill all the Brijvasis and all the cows. But on the appearance of Radha Kund, he poured rain to wash the streets of Radha Kund to celebrate the appearance of Radha Kund. He poured rain out of love, out of seva bhav, and out of submission and surrender and gratitude for Radharani. So you can so it proves you can love one person and hate another person. So Indra hates Krishna because he stopped his puja, stopped his worship, and ate all the sweets he was supposed to get. Krishna, they made mountains of sweet rice. They made mountains of olive, and Krishna ate it all. On your, give me more, give me more, give me more. The Gopal Chaput says, Kira is eating all the offerings on Aniur. For Aniur to Govinda Kund, there's all offerings there. Krishna is eating everything. And some gopis were crying. Oh. We ran all the way from Yamadgram. We came from Varsana. We forgot that Palavala. Like one of my god sisters, she cooks sometimes in Delhi. And she says, oh, I forgot the chutney. I forgot the ice cream. I said, go back and get it. No, I don't do that. I wish I could say that, but I can't. I think that, but I don't say it. So the gopis contest, oh, I forgot my strawberry chutney. I forgot my chia seed protein drink. So they were worried about it. So Giriraj knew that they had that idea in their mind. And he reached his arms all, like we say, Jana Lamita. Mahaprabhu is a Jana Lamita, his long arms. He reached his arms from Aniur to Varsana, right into the kitchen, right into the oven, and ate right out of the pot. So that's pretty cool. So that's what Giriraj does. How do we get there anyway? Anyway, it's good. So, Indra, yeah. So the answer is Indra likes Radharani more than Krishna. If Viola Rain came, with light, Indra put on a light show for Radharani also. In India, when someone gets married, what do?
Light show.
Firecrackers, and what they call it, sparkles in the sky. What's it called? What's it called? Not crackers, they make stars in the sky. What's it called? I can't slip my mind. They shoot rockets, go boom, 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 stars.
Rocket.
Not rockets. Shots.
Fireworks. Yeah, not crackers, fireworks. So there's the whole light show display.
Even now it's going.
Yeah, because people were staying upstairs now. They were upstairs in the red, I was under the red. We were watching the light show, it was fantastic. Thought he was going this way, that way. Lightning was going all crazy. And Radha said, wow, little girls like lightning, It's like fun. You see so many paintings from 15th century. Radha is standing on the rooftop of her palace looking at lightning. And Krishna's next door with his shutter, had his shutter over his head, and underneath the shutter, rays coming down and looking at lightning. Oh, look at that, so cool. So we saw that now. It was a great light show, and a great rain, and a great breeze. Cool breeze. So this is solid proof. Indra loves Radharani, but Krishna, not too much. Not too much for that guy. That's the way life is, Sometimes you like one guy, the guy right next to you hates his guts, That's the way life is. Life is tough sometimes. What is the word? The word is aristasura. What does the word arista mean in Sanskrit?
Bad, inauspicious, bad.
You're right. It means mischief. Mischief, naughty, bad behavior. Arista. So Ananda's pointed out in the commentary. The arista means mischief. So he came to do mischief also. He came to stop the rasa dance. And he's supposed to be personification of Dharma. What is the highest expression of Dharma? What is the highest expression of Dharma?
Surrendering to Krishna.
Prem. Most people think Dharma ends in moksha, liberation, mukti. Dharma.
Kam, moksha. And
We don't say that. We say Panchava Purushartha. all Upanishads, all Vedic literature talks about Chatur Purushartha. Chatur Purushartha. We decry that. We don't agree, we don't accept that. We say Pancham Purushartha. Pancham, what's the fifth thing? Dharma, Art, Kama, Moksha, we say Prema. Prema se Radharani Nikunja Vrindavan. Jai Radha Madhav Kunja Vihari. Kunja Vihari Hari Dasa Dalari. Right? Kunja Vihari Hari Dasa Dalari. There's some bhajan like that. So, Radha Das was absorbed in bhajan on the bank of Radha Kund. What's Radha Kund? Shamakund. Or Radha Kund. So Shamakund is called Radha, and Radha Das Babaji is making a point that while Radha Das is doing bhajan on Shamakund, at Mahasabhava and God, as Bhajan Kutir is there today, he's doing bhajan there. And he's remembering Shamakund because Shamakund destroys all mischief. Because Shamakund is also called Aristakund, and where Arista means Vishnu, that's the connection he's making. Very interesting. And the nice point that Nata Swaji makes, Shamakund is very dear to Radharani because it is the lake of Shamasundar, who is dear to Radharani, the millions of her life heirs. When the Kund advented itself, Srimati said, I already said that, I will also bathe here in Radha Kund with my Sakhis, and hundreds of sins of anyone who bathes in Krishna Kund with devotion and lives on the banks of Krishna Kund will be destroyed, and that person will become very dear to me. Sri Radharani bathes every day in Shamakund at where? Manasabhava and God. When I was writing my book, Radha Kund Madhuri, I met personally with Nanda Das Babaji because I was writing about Manasabhava and God. I said, why is he called Manasabhava and God? I asked him, I met him personally. He said, I also had that question. He said, I don't know any answer. Generally, he said, I haven't heard any answer. I haven't read any Shastra, any answer why it's called Manasabhava and God. Everyone can make up an idea by putting the words together. Your mind becomes purified by bathing there and all that stuff. But he said, I haven't heard from any Sadhu Mahajans an explanation. So I was a little disappointed with that, but so I didn't mention about that in my book. So this is very interesting. I never heard this before. Not now. So that's what he says, which is very interesting. Srimati Radharani, because she bathes every day in Shamakund, Radharani personally decorated Shamakund with a flight of stairs. So the flight of stairs, you know, the stairs of Mahasabhava and God were personally made by Radharani. I never heard that before. There's all stairs everywhere around Shamakund. You can walk down and go into Kund. But the stairs of Mahasabhava and God at Shamakund, which Radharani bathes in, because she had to make a stair so she could get into Kund. So her and the Sakhis bathed those stairs as seva to Sham and to all of us and for her and the Sakhis. I thought that was very interesting. This is Mahajan Vakya, this is Sarva Vakya. of Ananda's commentary on Virvasura Stava. This is a very nice imagery that is depicted here. Shamakun keeps dear, holds dear Radha always in a loving embrace. Because Navdas is seeing that Shamakun is who?
Krishna.
Is Sham. Radha is who? Radharani. So they're not bathing places, they're not kundas, they're not water. It's personification of Radha and Krishna. So he says, the two kunds are not different from the dual forms of Radha Madhava. Just as Krishna embraces Priyaji with the greatest love, similarly, Shamakun most lovingly keeps Radhakund, which is not different from lovingly embraces Radhakund, which is not different from Srimati, in a tight embrace. That's really a nice way to see the situation. It is at the Sangam of Radhakund Shamakun that Shamakun lovingly embraces Radhakund. That's so nice a concept. Shamakun lovingly embraces Radhakund. I have two trees here. They're called Yugal bricks. One tree is Kadamba, one tree is Tamal. I planted them like this. I planted the Kadamba tree here and the Tamal tree here. They were so, it was like about this much space between them. As time went on, they embraced. Their trunks are touching, and their arms go up like this, and the Kadamba tree is growing straight, and the Tamal tree put his arm around her and said, get bend down, come down here. So one branch of the Kadamba tree is going like this. Tamal tree wrapped around and said, come bend it down. So rats embrace, it's very nice. So when you see these two trees, the Tamal tree is Krishna embracing the Kadamba tree of Radharani. And a lot of my devotees are a little crazy, you know. Usually people say Hare Krishna, they're a little cracked. Yeah, they don't have hair, some of them. They have this weird stuff on their face. And when we were in America, the fun thing of college students usually come to us and say, hey buddy, you have a bird went on your forehead. A bird, you have some bird dew on your forehead. Some bird poo on your forehead. Oh, thanks for telling me. And you can't really say much. The guy's like 2.5 meters tall. He's a football player from UCLA, University of California, Los Angeles. You're selling magazine on the street and he tells you that. You say, thank you. Yeah, you're very humble. You know? But that's a very common thing. Hey, buddy. Yeah, you got some bird stuff on your so wash your face. I say thank you. He walks away and I do what I do, you know. Oh, this is very nice. When Krishna sees Radha Kund, what does he see? He's Radharani. That's nicely explained. Go into the other region. We'll say this one of the class. What time is it now?
11:05. 11:05.
I'll read fast. When Krishna sees the Chakravaka birds playing in Radha Kund, he remembers Radharani's breast. When he sees the foam on the water, the white foam, he remembers Radharani's pearl necklace. When he sees the waves of Radharani's and Radha Kund, he remembers Radharani's moods. On my birthday in 2012, some crazy people from Delhi rented a helicopter and came and dropped flowers on Radha Kund. That wasn't so crazy, it was pretty nice. And the helicopter came so low to drop the flowers from the helicopter on Radha Kund that it made big waves, like big waves. Waves went to the subsidy market and drowned all the subsidy guys selling. They got soaked and wet. Then it came, we were all staying in the Sangam. It came to the Sangam and smashed up and drowned all the pandas. It was like, phew, you were there, right? And then the pandas said, Radharani's in ecstasy. It was Uttan Ekadasi. It was the last Ekadasi of Chandramasi, Uttan Ekadasi at end of Karti. All the day would just wake up, it's called Day Uttan. Day Uttan. It was really ecstatic. It was like, it was going on. The tree, there's some big trees that are not there now, on the banks of Radha Kund by the subsidy market. I don't think, they're going like this, like dancing. It was really wild. So, Krishna is seeing the moods, so that time the waves, the Pandits said, well, Radharani is really happy with your service. She's dancing in ecstasy, splashing at something about motions. The water's like this, because the helicopter's going, plays, you know. It's really, really fun. Okay, so, anyway, the sweet waves of water Radha Kund are like waves of Radharani's sweet love. And the what do you call it? Hummingbirds are like Radharani's restless eyes. And the warbling of the swans chirping or singing, whatever they do, sounds like Radharani's ankle bells. In other words, Krishna's gone crazy. When you're missing someone, you see them everywhere. It's said when Radharani is separated from Krishna, she sees Krishna everywhere. When she's with Krishna, she sees one Krishna. So separation gives you 1,000 eyes like Indra. You see your lover everywhere. Like one time I had a friend, they were in, I don't know, Manali or somewhere up in North India where they make sweaters. The person was an Indian person. And they were there, they saw some Western guy in the shop. And they thought from the back that it was me. And they called me and they said, I thought I saw you. I said, what are you thinking of me for? I thought I saw you in the sweater shop. I thought it was just like you. I thought it was you. It wasn't you. I was here on because. So I don't know, now it's 11 o'clock. So let's have a 15-minute kirtan. Jai Shri Radha Kund ki jai. Well, because about 15 minutes then we change clothes and go to Radha Kund and take snan. Shri Radha Kund Avirbhav Tithi 2025 ki jai.